Jeffrey spends his free time watching Mr. Beast videos. Jeffrey, what are you doing? That's not productive. You could be Oh, Jeffrey. Adonis. Adonis sees young Jeffrey wasting his time with entertainment content. Listen, young Jeffrey. Your time is too valuable to be wasting. You could be reading a book or watching a seminar or going out and exploring the unknown world. I will help you. I remember being sat there in my bedroom a few years ago on my computer, and I stumbled upon this one video that changed my life forever. Fat Chance Fructose 2.0. It was kind of like a seminar, like a 1 hour training from some kind of doctor, nutritionist who was talking about what happens when you eat sugar. And at this point, this was like 4 years ago, I kind of, knew, okay, sugar's kind of bad for you. You heard that like all your life and stuff, right? You kind of think it is, but then you also see like bodybuilders eating it, and you see like a bunch of guys and girls who eat it and they seem fine, whatever. So I kind of knew it was bad for you, but I didn't really know why. For some reason, I just get this feeling that I shouldn't skip past this video. Like I was so used to like flicking through videos and scroll into the comments and everything, but for some reason I just decided to make that video full screen and just fully dedicate myself into learning. It was like 1 hour long, so I just sat there and fully listened to it with full attention. And so the doctor ends up talking about the consequences of eating sugar and what happens and why that causes so much sickness in a person. He explains things like what happens to your hormones. So sugar messes up your hormones, it increases your insulin, which then starts to mess up your ghrelin hormone. I remember learning like practical things, getting insights again and again and again, watching it like, whoa, this is actually so interesting. The next day when I was in the kitchen to go and make some food before my workout, I had the option between the usual like protein cereal that I would have, which looking back had garbage ingredients, and some fruits. And both are like carbs and both are kind of like sugars, but of course you know which one's going to be better for you, the one that's not been made by some weird fucking scientist pumped full of weird ingredients. I ended up having the fruit, and I actually didn't have like that much of it because I thought, oh yeah, like I don't really want that much of an insulin spike right now, so I'll just have a smaller handful than usual. It was at that moment I just stopped and I was like, wow, like I actually just made progress in my diets. The lesson for me from this story was that you can stumble upon some resource, some educational content, and it can change your life forever. So around the same time, I was going hard on self-improvement, probably like you are. And one of the other habits that I did, which was so beneficial, and still to this day, I keep this up as best as I can. It was reading books. For some reason, like my brain just works so well when I'm reading. Like I get so many good insights and I enjoy it as well. So I remember being there and I was reading business books like the 4-Hour Work Week and the Millionaire Fastlane and the Dot-Com Secrets trilogy by Russell Brunson. I'm reading these books, implementing what I've just learned, and here was the best part, making more money because of it. So these books, it was called Dot-Com Secrets, right? I end up reading them and it tells you about basically how to like grow on YouTube. I'm reading it and then I'm going to record my videos. This was like in 2021. And the second or the third book also explained like how to make a product to sell. So I started setting up this product. It was going to be this fitness program called the Aesthetic Body Course. So I'm making it, I'm like going to the gym and recording the clips, and I'm making the sales page. I'm setting it all up myself, getting it ready to sell. And it just so happened that I got so lucky that when I was getting this fitness program ready, right, this program was literally going to be called How to Build an Aesthetic Body. I had posted a video with the same title like over a year before that point on YouTube that got basically no views. It got like 200 views. And it suddenly blew up at the exact same time that I was about to sell this new program. So imagine that, a video that you made gets basically no views for a year, 1.5 years. You're not even thinking about it. You end up just for whatever reason getting the idea to make like a paid online course, like a fitness program on the topic of that video. And then that video blows up just about as when you're ready to sell the course. I went from being on something called universal credit in the UK, like government welfare, to literally hitting 10K, $10,000 that month. And then if it's 15,000 the next month, and I have not been below 10, 15, 25 something thousand since that point in like 2021. Why did I end up making that money? Yeah, it was luck that video popped off, but like, why was I making that product? Because I read about it in a book. Why did I improve my diet? Because I learned about it in some educational video. So the habit that will change your life, if you're ready to change right now, the one habit that will change and fix your life, it's learning. Now, whether you learn through the audio, so, a lot of guys like audio books and podcasts and stuff. I don't personally like them. I don't ever benefit from listening to an audio book. Like when I'm like doing chores or some shit, I'm not that guy. But other guys tell me, yeah, like I love listening to audiobooks when I drive. When I drive, I like listening to music. And you can say, oh, it's not really self-improvement, bro. You could be listening to whatever. But I read a lot. I learn a lot. I watch courses. I basically mostly just read books. And that's my preference. And again, I miss a bunch of days literally on my habit tracker behind me. I haven't read for about a week right now. It happens. But I still have, and I keep this student mindset, which means that I go through the world looking for these opportunities where I can learn from other people, from books, authors, and podcasters. And YouTube is a phenomenal place for that. Like if you've watched me for a while, you'd probably say, oh yeah, these videos have changed my life. I got onto self-improvement. I started meditating, going to the gym, and now I'm on a completely different trajectory in life than before. By the way, the top link in the description is a self-improvement forum page where you can go and get into these intellectual discussions with other guys on this path, and you can also win a bunch of rewards. So just go scroll down and go click on that top link right now. These educational videos, even though, I try and make them funny for you and stuff, but they're still education. They've changed your life forever. Like really think about 20 years from now, if you keep going down this path and those people you knew from high school keep going down their path, imagine how different life is going to be and why. Now, yeah, you put in a lot of work, but what inspired the work? Some self-improvement educational videos. Now, there's an even more brutal story that I have to tell you. And this one is just from a few days ago. I opened up my laptop and I went onto YouTube Analytics. If you don't know, that's like this part of YouTube where if you're a creator, you can see all like the data with how your channel's been doing. And I ended up clicking on my subscriber count, which showed me the graph of like from the start of my channel to now of the sort of rates that I was growing at. You can see the sharp rise of when I grew like crazy on YouTube and I was like the #1 guy on self-improvement, a male influencer space. And then it just kind of plateaued. And I looked at that, with a bit of shame and embarrassment, like, why did it plateau? Like, man, like, why did I fall off, bro? And the answer was so obvious to me. The moment that on this graph, I stopped gaining new subscribers, that was the moment where I stopped learning about YouTube and about being a leader. I used to read like books and articles and watch videos and guides on how I could better be like a leader, like an influencer for you to help you to get onto self-improvements. And over a year ago, I stopped that. I've heard a lot of these like big influencers like shit on the idea of like learning. And I started to listen to them, right? They're more successful than me. They make more money than me. But at least for me, their advice didn't work. I stopped learning about YouTube. I stopped learning about influencing, about leadership. And then is it any surprise that my skill and therefore my results in leadership influencing deteriorated? Of course not. So it pains me to tell you that story that I haven't read a single book that would improve my skill to help you through these videos. And I'm pretty sure that's why I haven't gotten results, because quite frankly, I don't deserve them. I don't deserve a growing YouTube channel if I'm not willing to learn for it. If I'm not willing to put in the work. And the work, what does the work look like? Well, it's learning about it, getting ideas, trying the ideas, and then getting better at that skill. And I haven't done that process. I almost want to apologize to you. Like if you were watching me in my videos through this entire 1.5 years since like 2023, you probably saw that I kind of lost my way. And I'm pretty sure it was this. My focus went elsewhere. I started learning about different topics like making money. But I used to spend like an hour, 2 hours a day literally learning about leadership, on how I could just help more people take action on self-improvements. And so I'm going to start that again. And my hope is you're going to see this. You're going to literally click on these videos and notice like shit, like Hamza's skill actually is getting better and better. Like the way he's talking, he sounds more confident and powerful. You'll be able to see more guys in our community actually end up making more progress, listening more to the advice that I'm giving out. And I hope that that makes you proud of me. There is a 0% chance that you're going to be there on your deathbed And you're going to say, oh yeah, I'm so grateful that I decided to stop learning after I left the education system. I'm so grateful I didn't read books in my life. No one has ever said that, right? Think about it. There is a 0% chance that when you're about to die of old age, that you would say something like, oh, I'm so grateful I didn't read books. Of course, you'd still say like, oh yeah, I'm grateful that I went on adventures and lived life. And I'm not telling you to not do those things. Of course, go out there, live life, go through the trials and tribulations, develop your own stories. But reading and learning is basically you taking the lessons from someone else who's already went out there, gotten all the pain, all the scars, and then condensed it in a practical, like short, concise version for you so that you can absorb that and then slingshot past their success, past their results, and go even further. The amount of young men who are doing no learning at all, as soon as they finish school, all they do is consume, play video games, and sit around entertainment and like watching like TV shows, reality TV. Like in the UK, we have one called Love Island, which is a bunch of like simpletons who just go and live inside of a house. And they basically just like start having sex with each other, and they have to like stay inside the house and not get pulled into drama and shit. That's the fucking brain rot content that most people are watching. Or maybe you're like an internet kid and you're watching fucking Mr. Beast or some random streamer and like some internet beef or some shit like this. It's all a fucking waste of time. This real education that will genuinely make your life better and better and better. Here's the thing, no matter what any of these other guys say of like, oh, I don't really read books, here is a promise that I will make to you. And if this promise ends up becoming false, you can literally stop watching my videos forever. You want to know what the promise I can make to you is? When you learn, your life will improve correlatively. That's a big word. It's a correlatively. Basically, when you read books on a certain topic, your results in that topic will improve long term with it. So let's say in the year of 2024, let's say if you only read like one book on business, I can expect that your business results are staying about the same. Next year, if you end up reading 10, 25 books on business, I guarantee we will see your business success go up like this as well. Is there some big businessman out there whose success in business is going to go up even though he doesn't read books? Yes, but this gets complicated because he's hired employees who are reading the books. So that's technically still learning. But for you, a solo young man who's probably not going to have employees right now, who's probably not going to have assistants or anything like that, I guarantee for the rest of this year, if you learn more about fitness, you will build a better physique. I guarantee if you learn more about your diet and the real healthy food that you should eat, your physique, your fitness, your health, your energy will all improve. If you learn and start reading books on love, on dating, on attracting and keeping a woman, you will improve your dating life, and you probably will end up attracting an amazing, beautiful girl that you're actually really, really happy with within like 6 to 12 months from now. When you learn, you naturally improve your skill to get the thing that you want. Doesn't it blow your mind that there's people out there who aren't watching shit like this? Like, this is like inspiring content. I'm literally telling you to be a better person. In my videos, I often don't give you like advanced education. We can all admit that, right? I'm not the professional you come to when you want to learn the specifics of like REM sleep or this like fucking muscle protein synthesis. I'm just the guy who like inspires you and gives you hope to go and do those things. I'm like the welcoming door to self-improvement. Imagine the kind of people who don't ever discover this kind of content. Like, you know, your friends from high school, they're not watching this. They would think it's weird to watch someone kind of hype them up and tell them like, yeah, read books. They would think that's weird. Project forward 10 years from now and think about the difference between them and you. It's brutal. Chances are you're much younger than me. I'm 27 years old. You want to know a brutal truth? I might be offending people, I know. Most people that I know of are losers. Honestly, most people have not read a single book since they left high school. Those people all are still on minimum wage. They don't own any property, any houses, any investments. They have to work for a boss that they don't like, taking orders, which is reducing their testosterone. The girl has to work a shit job that she doesn't like, taking orders from a boss that she doesn't like because they can't afford to retire her. Their families, their parents, their mothers and fathers have to work shit jobs because they can't retire them. They've all got like poor shape, skinny, fat, skinny, not looking athletic or strong or feeling like that. I'm telling you right now, if you're a young guy, you might just not right now see the major difference between you and the guy who's doing like all the wrong habits. But mark my words, over the next few years, it will be so obvious who's been reading the books. It'll be so obvious in a few years who's been watching this kind of educational, inspiring content and who's been watching brain rot Mr. Beast reality TV shows. Now, of course, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you only watch these videos and don't take action, you're still gonna be a fucking loser. I'm just gonna be honest to you, right? Like, always remember, I'm gonna be honest in my videos. I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you only learn and you don't take action, you're still basically a loser. But this is why I like learning, and this is why I don't think that's a good argument of like, oh, but you still got to take action, because when you learn, you're more likely to take action and better action, right? It's not like you watch my videos and then don't feel that drive inside of you, like in deep in your fucking balls when I'm inspiring you to work hard and to go and achieve something. You literally are more likely to get into the gym. You're more likely to get into self-improvement when you learn about it. There's the twofold things. Keep learning. That's the habit that will change your life. But of course, don't be a pussy. Get into the fucking gym. Take the action, start the business, approach the girl. If you just do one, congratulations, you've helped my business. If you just watch these videos, you've helped my business grow. You've gained me views and subscribers. But motherfucker, I already had enough to begin with. I'm not making these videos to try and get another fucking number on my screen while one more view, because I want more men to actually take action on self-improvement. I want to walk into the gym and see even more young men in there. I want to walk past another guy and I can tell he meditates, I can tell he journals, I can tell he's healed like trauma. I want to meet more guys who are making money online, who have got like successful online businesses, who can travel. I remember I used to travel a few years ago, and I was with like an ex-girlfriend of mine, and we always used to laugh saying like, we wish we could meet more people who were quite financially well off and made money online so we could travel with them. But it's still more of like a rare thing, you know, it's becoming more popular. I want you to actually get results. If you learn, that's awesome. But if you only learn and you don't take action, you're still not going to get results. So mark my words, your life will get better when you learn, you watch this kind of content, you read books. But only if you take all that knowledge, all those insights and ideas, and just go try them. There's always fear involved when you're trying something new, this new idea. There's always resistance. Grow a pair of balls and just try it anyway. The more you do that, the more you'll develop the skill of courage. Courage is just when you do something and you were kind of scared to do it. I have an action step for you that I want you to do right now to help everyone else who's watching this video. I want you to take a couple of seconds to think of the answer to this right now. What was the most important, most valuable piece of education that you've come through so far in your self-improvement journey? Maybe it was a YouTube video, maybe it was a book, whatever it was. Whatever the answer is, I want you to go and comment it below. Comment it because then another guy who's in our community can see that and he can become stronger alongside you. Remember, we're competing against all those motherfuckers out there, right? But in our community here, we want our boys to grow alongside us. You want to meet another guy who, for example, when you walk into the gym, there's another guy who watches my videos there and you think, wait, he journals, he meditates, he makes money online. That's fucking awesome. You want to meet more guys in our community. So help them become stronger. Go and comment the single most valuable educational piece of content or book that you've went through that really helped you. And you can explain how it helped you as well. And also I'll be reading the comments to see who's actually watched this far of the video and who got distracted by fucking TikTok or the poor attention span. So go and comment that below right now. Finally, here is a playlist of some of my most popular self-improvement videos that are perfect for beginners. Click and watch that right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Come on.
Rolling.
I have protein shake on my lips. I just got herpes.
No.